Yes, boys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of this Tottenham Hotspur career mode. And last time out, we had a huge summer transfer window. We went out and signed two unbelievable young left midfielders, or a potential striker as well when it comes to Karim Adeyemi. I mean, this guy's going to be an absolute beast. Our hand was definitely forced into making these deals and getting them done because other teams came in for the players. But I am super happy with Adeyemi coming in. I am extremely happy as well with Antonio Nusa coming in. We do what we've been trying to do this entire time with Tottenham by future-proofing the team, and it's showing because we went 3-0 at the start of this season. We've won all 3 games, and one of them being a North London derby against Arsenal. Now, it wasn't only business coming into the club, though. We let a lot of players go. The loan farm, once again, was in full effect. There's so many loans out of this club at this current moment in time. We also decided to let Dominic Solanke go. That was a very big decision, but we are trusting in Velez this season. And I actually think we all unanimously agreed that it is the right decision to trust in Velez. So, with all of that said, let's stop living in the past. Let's move to the future. We have a lot of games coming up in this episode. I'm going to try and fly through some stuff. There'll be some simulation. Of course, we're at the stage of this save now where we are going to be simming quite a bit, but I just want to power forward. This one should be a juicy episode. I maybe want to try and get to January, maybe do some business, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Now, we did get a lot of hashtag Ask Yorkies as well at the end of the last one. If you haven't done one yet, make sure you do. I love hearing these kind of questions from you guys. We're going to go through them pretty early in this episode. I might just play a couple of games first and then try and push into the hashtag Ask Yorkies. We're going to do some tactical stuff. We're going to do all sorts. Let's stop chitting and chatting. Let's get into the episode, boys. If you're new to the channel, smash subscribe. We're on the road to 10k. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more of this Tottenham series. Now, the first game of this episode is going to be up against Crystal Palace. And for the first time this season, I've decided to massively rotate the squad. But guess what? It would be one of the players that we didn't rotate that would kick off the scoring in this one. And keep your eyes out all season for this man. Bakayoko gave us the lead, but he wasn't the only star in the show in this one. Bakayoko begins with a B as well. His bunny. Just moments later, he would go through and grab his first goal for me in a played game and his first goal of the season. Palace didn't fully lie down though. Despite the dominance from us, they do manage to grab a goal back from Munoz, but that didn't last long. It did not take us too long to restore the 2-goal lead once again with that man Bakayoko. I think this is his year. This is the year where he just sets his stall down as being world class. After that, I did decide to jump to the sim. I fought 3-1 up, and I will be honest, attacking Palace was very easy. Defensively, they weren't great. They did have something to offer going forward. They did manage to make it 3 goals to them. We scored 5 though, and that's all that matters. Bonnie would go on to score another. Hato scoring for us as well. Colomiane scoring 2 for Palace. Hopefully we can take that great result against Palace then into this huge game against Juve in our first Champions League game of the season. Of course, I had to live com this one. This isn't going to be easy, man. Juve's team is building. Long gone are the days where they were horrendous, and we're slowly starting to climb back again in the world of football. And that means that this isn't going to be an easy game, but I just can't ignore the form we've started this season in. I really do feel like we've added just the final few pieces. Some of the younger pieces have got even better in this team. And we're world beaters right now. And I'm hoping to go out there in Italy and this be a big statement for what we can do in Europe this year. Now, obviously, when it comes to Juve, one of the big things here is they've signed Valverde. But we should also note that Dusan Vlahovic found himself at Newcastle. So it's Milik up top for them today. I don't want to say anything because he might end up doing a bit of damage, but I'd much rather be facing Milik than Dusan Vlahovic. Valverde's ball over. Win the header. Well, this could work out. Reinders. Let's play that one up to Velez. Guess who's making a run forward? It's Bakayoko. Of course, it's Bakayoko. Tried to go beyond his man. That was really good defending from Quansah. That ball on for Bakayoko. Quansah there again. Wow, his defending today... He's looking like the man who's going to be hard to beat. It's just one of those games at the moment here in Italy where it's kind of keep ball for Juve. And it's working. It's working so far, but they haven't scored. And we've actually been really good on the counter this season. So if I can work an opening here, could it be with Son? I thought I got a better touch. But that's going to be our route through, I feel. The counter-attack, because Juve are just holding the ball too well. One up to Son. Here we go. Counter-attacking football. Son. Waited. Bakayoko's in. Again, it's Kwanzaa. Just nipped it off the heels. That might have been one of the most boring first halves of football we've ever had. Wow. Nothing happened. But again, we're in Italy. I'll take it. They're just dominating possession, but not really doing anything with it. And then we really do need to be better on the break now in this game. I think that's our sole focus. Hit them on the break. We have to kind of pick up the pace a little bit when we win the ball back. I'm so used to, at this stage, trying to control teams. Need to get that out of my head. Bakayoko is just one of those players that's special. Plays it then into Madison, who scores. And that is all because of Bakayoko. He's really my special player this season. We've got some great players, but I mean, Spurs fans right now at this stage would absolutely be in love with Bakayoko, the way that he plays his football. He's making us say Brennan Johnson who, which I didn't think was going to happen. Madison there with another goal this season. That is great to see, but I'm just absolutely in love with Bakayoko right now. We have the lead here in Turin. That's massive. Now, we are not always the best at holding the lead, but we have it. I've made some changes. I think maybe I should have gone to this sooner. I've gone with Adeyemi up top now, purely for pace. The only opportunities we're going to have really are on the counter-attack, and he's just got bags and bags of pace. So I thought, why not give that a go? We might have made a big mistake here in about the 75th minute, as Reinders is definitely getting sent off. I thought it instantly. This has been the kind of game that lulls you to sleep. I nearly fell asleep at the desk, and I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to get the ball here. Didn't got the player. Got a lot of the player, and that's just made the rest of this game extremely difficult. I'm going to have to make a sub. We're going to bring off Madison. We're going to sacrifice Madison. I'm going to do something that has been suggested in the past, and I'm going to play Kulusevski at centre mid because he's a big, strong lad, strapping man, and hopefully he can save me. Just come on, boys. Let's not throw this away. 10 minutes left in this game. We're 1-0 up. Now, Juve haven't really offered out in terms of attacking threat. It's been really pass, get to the wing, pass back in, get to the wing, pass back in. And that's been absolutely fine for me. As long as I'm a goal up, I don't think they've had many chances. They definitely have dominated possession in this game, but again, I'm okay with what they're doing right now. Cooper Miners, well wide. In the end, then, we're going to take all 3 points in our opening Champions League game, despite the man being sent off. I think Juve's major problem is whoever decided it, right? Whoever is up there in the boardroom deciding who they sign. They've made a grave mistake. They have so many good central midfielders, and I mean so many good central midfielders, but no one going forward. They never made a change out wide. In fact, they had to bring on Douglas Luiz to play as a left mid because they only had Malero. And then Milik up top. That's all they had. They had nobody else. So in the end, we do get a big victory here in Italy. Despite another big win, and that being 5 wins so far this season, it's time to turn our attentions again to the Premier League and this game against Aston Villa. Now, I knew this game against Aston Villa was going to be a really tough game because they're a really good side, and they proved that early on in this game, making plenty of chances, and we really struggled to get on the front foot. It was all Villa in the first half. We do manage to eventually settle ourselves down, though, into the second half, and none other than the man Bakayoko would have the best chance of the game for us up to this point, but he just flashes it wide of the goal. But another young player who's really been impressing us recently, especially in that Palace game, and any opportunity I've given him, is Bunny. He goes through and potentially scores the game winner for us. In the melee leading up to the goal, though, there was unfortunately an injury to Luka Modric. Luckily for us, it's not going to be for too long. And as we started to push further into the second half, Aston Villa started to fight back. They were starting to pile on the pressure the home side and create some good chances. We did have an opportunity to put this game away. This ball through to Brennan Johnson, a man who's not really in form this season. He just couldn't find the back of the net. We do end up winning this one 1-0. The story definitely is, though, Bonnie is here. He's here to stay, and he's looking like he could have a huge impact in the Tottenham side this year. It was back-to-back games against Villa, though, as we took them on in the AFL Cup next. We quick-simmed it. It was another great victory for us. James Maddison and Bunny once again with the goal. It was straight back to the Premier League though after a double-header against Villa, and we lose our first game of the season to Southampton, and a game that we absolutely dominated. Kulusevski scores, Bunny yet again with another goal. 8 shots, 8 chances for Tottenham, only 4 shots and 3 chances for Southampton. They were clinical. They end up winning in the 89th minute. And we have a huge game against Borussia Dortmund coming up, but before we can do that, it's time for the hashtag Ask Yorkies. Now, if you don't already know how this works, you leave me a question in the comment section saying hashtag Ask Yorkie, and then I will try and get to it to the next video or the video after. And then we have this section where we go through a little bit like a press conference, but a little bit more intimate. Now, the first couple of hashtag Ask Yorkies I've chose to pick out are just a couple of transfer sign-ins. And the first player suggested is a player I know all too well. That is Mateo Joseph from Leeds United, or should I say Rapid in this one. We're going to scout him, see how good he is in the game. I have a feeling that EA, because Leeds United are in the Championship, have probably done Mateo Joseph super dirty, but we'll take a look at him. We'll see how good he is. I'm a huge fan of him. He's absolutely rapid. He's got a lot of good qualities to his game, very athletic, and that's the kind of player we seem to like up top. Look at Bunny right now. He's super athletic, and he's performing like a beast. And the next suggestion is one of my favorite players in football right now, and that is Florian Wirtz. So I understand why this guy's being suggested, but in my head, I'm trying to figure out how this one fits in, because number one, he would be beyond record breaking, although we could apparently get him for a smaller price than his actual valuation. But 116 million, I can't imagine Tottenham ever spending that money. But I guess where we are in the save right now, that maybe be a little bit more, you know, viable. He is young as well, so he does fit the mantra that we're going for right now with Tottenham. My key issue is we've got so many cams. I'm just not sure that this is a position we need. If there is still enough protesting in the comments that we should definitely sign this guy, then maybe I'll open up my mindset. But until we start winning things, I'm not even sure why Florian Wirtz would want to sign for us. Now, I did get one more suggestion in terms of, like, personnel, or maybe what we should do with personnel, and that is hashtag Ask Yorkie. Mate, I think a good decision could be playing Son up top. Now, a few people have mentioned this. This isn't the first hashtag Ask Yorkie, I think, even in this section that says play Son up top or give him a go. I can't remember. But basically, play him up top. Maybe play Brennan Johnson on the left. That's not going to happen now, because I think this comment was left before we signed Adeyemi and Nusa. But the idea of playing Son up top, I'm not completely against. And we could then have the option of playing Adeyemi, Son, and Bakayoko that way. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just struggling to realize why I wouldn't play Bunny, because he's just been so good. A cool position swap suggestion, though, was this one for Kulusevski. And he's moving him to central midfielder. Now, I actually agree with this suggestion. This was a good hashtag, Ask Yorkie. And I do agree with this suggestion. 214 weeks. Absolute ludicrous. He's played there in real life now. This is why this is being suggested. And in terms of getting Dejan more game time, because I understand he's 26 and he's actually really, really good at football. Why the hell would you not have him in the team? I think that just shows the strength of our team, to be honest with you. But I don't know how we work him in the team. And because EA is EA, and 214 weeks. And the player swapping on the game is horrendous. It's been trash since they brought it in, if I'm being honest with you. But what we had before was pretty trash as well. It takes too long. Because we already know, we can see, minus defending, if I'm playing him as a more advanced central midfielder, box-to-box, or what, maybe not a box-to-box, but you know what I mean, advanced playmaker, let's say, he definitely has those attributes. So it's just annoying. But yeah, 214 weeks. So I won't be changing him. But I certainly will be giving him game time there. And I don't know if people have already noticed, I've already started playing him at central midfielder a little bit more often. Now, we do have a question here, actually, about Velez and how we should have signed a world-class striker. And when you look at the stats, you could probably say, yeah, you definitely should have done. And that's what I did. A couple of seasons ago, I signed a world-class striker in the making in Yon Bunny. And look at him, 5 in 5, 2 assists. Look no further. I don't need to go out and sign another striker because we signed him a couple of years ago from Southampton. Yon Bunny, Well, we signed him last year. I said a couple of years, but we signed him last year from Southampton. I think this guy's the truth, boys. I think this guy's going to be special for this Tottenham side. He's someone I've really liked the look of for a long time. He's strong. He's physical. He's quick. He reminds me a little bit of Wilfred Bunny, but even more athletic. And if Velez doesn't do the business this year, I have got zero fears because we've got Bonnie who can play there. We've got Adeyemi who can play there. And we also now have the option of playing Son there. So I really do not have a worry. But I think a star's been born with Bonnie. This guy's going to be special. Now, speaking of Son, though, there has been some suggestions of what the hell are we going to do? What does life after Son look like at Tottenham? And how the hell do we replace him? And really, I've already been doing that. There's no mistakes being made here in the thought process from your boy Yorkie, because I've been thinking about what the hell we do after Son, because after that first season, he has dropped off a little bit, and no one really has taken up the mantle on the left, just Bakayoko has taken that up on the right. So imagine how good we'd be if we had that on the left. Now, Karim Adeyemi has 3 assists. I do need him to settle in a little bit more in terms of in front of goal, but 3 assists is absolutely fine in 6 games for me. I think he's had a good start. We've got Odebear out on loan. Hopefully he can grow and come back. So there's 2 irons in the fire there. We've got Mikey Moore out on loan at Rangers. Maybe he could be it. Youngman, maybe he could be it. And of course, we went out there and signed Antonio Nusa as well. This is how stressed I am about making sure we secure this position. Maybe he could be it. All of those players are 23, 22, 21, 20. They're all young, so they could all be huge stars for us. And I've also got this guy, can't say his name, Huang, I don't know. But we've also got him at 18, who could be the next Son. So there's so many options here for Tottenham. And when I look at what Bakayoko's doing at the age of 23, if Nusa can be there at 23, then we're living the dream. We are living the dream, having Bakayoko and Nusa, and that really does solve the problem of what we do with Son, because he has started to drop off a little bit. He can't play as many games as he used to do. He doesn't have a goal or an assist this season. Don't get me wrong, he's impactful in games, though. He's dropped off in terms of pace, and I can really start to feel his rating suffer. So I do agree that we needed to find and figure out who would be his replacement, but I've already done that in the transfer market. We have definitely been a manager here at Tottenham who has fought ahead. Now, last but not least, for the hashtag Ask Yorkie's man. And the boys, do I love this section? God, do I love this section. I like doing this. By the way, boys, we're going to do this in the hashtag Ask Yorkie right now, but I am not editing anymore. You might notice that uploads have become a bit more frequent, and they might even become a little bit more frequent as well, because we're working on our workflow together and it's going well. But you've got to say thank you very much to the editor, because this guy is absolutely killing it right now. He's making my life so much easier. I've cut my workload down in half. Let's just put it that way. I now only have to do half, which means I have more time to record more and we get more videos out. But anyway, hashtag Ask Yorkie, just one question. We understand what clubs you would talk to in terms of who we're going to sell players, but who would I manage? I'm guessing it's coming from in the save, right? Big clubs in the save. I would. The only big club right now that I'd manage is Leeds United, because I feel like that's the only club that's going to be bigger than Tottenham. No, all jokes aside, I don't know, you know. I wouldn't want to go to any of the London clubs, any of the rivals. To be honest with you, right now in England, Mourinho said this, I think, at some point. I think he said he'd never manage at Tottenham. But I wouldn't want to manage in England. I wouldn't manage in the Prem. If we move jobs, I'd want to go abroad. I feel like my style of management that we've had here in the save would work at teams like Ajax and Borussia Dortmund, and maybe a team that's trying to reinvent themselves like a PSG instead of trying to be the new Galacticos. We could use a similar system to what we did here. But no, I've never really given too much thought about what clubs we would move to, but I think we're at a stage where it would be big teams, and they'd probably be the kind of sides that I'd be looking at. Bayer Leverkusen would be a great shout, and then we would get to manage Florian Wirtz. But anyway, boys, thank you very much for the hashtag Ask Yorkies. Let's get back into the games. And this is a big one. We're going to see Karim Adeyemi take on Dortmund for the first time. It's our first home game in the Champions League this season. We're also going to see Bonnie still keep his place up top. And, of course, Reinder's out for this one. So I've opted with Archie Gray. I want to get him as much game time as possible this season. This would be a huge opportunity, really, because the Champions League is difficult. Playing in Europe is difficult. And we built strength and depth in order to be able to be good against all competitions and be great in all competitions. Because, let's be honest, Tottenham need a trophy. Could this be one we win? Who knows? but I know for sure I'm always going to put a strong lineup out in the Champions League. Well, unless we're guaranteed our way through. Borussia Dortmund aside, I said I could see myself managing that. They could be a very difficult side to play against. And they have a very strong 11. Maxi Bier up top. They've got Julian Brandt, Felix Metscher. They've also got Milan. Ozcan, not so great. They've got a bit of an age in midfield. Ben Sabiani, Kanate and Schlotterbeck will be hard to beat with Rico Lewis beside them and Kobel. So it really is here when you look at the side. It's the back line. They've got some threats off the bench as well. I'm a bit nervous for this one. I think this squad's actually better than the Juve squad that we faced. Oh, wow. They're in behind here early. Julian Brandt will make it 1-0 Borussia Dortmund. Sloppy defending from Tottenham. I don't think we'd even touched the football yet, and we were finding ourselves a goal down. That's frustrating. Now, I'm not going to be able to cross the ball in because Bonnie wasn't in the box. No height. Bakayoko. Oh, great. That's lovely. Pedro Porro. Back across. Bonnie couldn't get the shot off. Kanate was there, but at least we're creating something. Bonnie tries to lift that over to Arieme. Bonnie tries to get it over the top to Bakayoko. Not a good enough pass. Lofted in. Lofted in well. Arieme to Doji. Can Doji do now? Who's waiting for that ball to Bonnie? Bonnie then into Archie Gray. Archie Gray to Bakayoko, who rattles the post. That was the best chance of the game for us. It's been a very, very hard first half of football for Tottenham, but that was inches away once again for Bakayoko, our main man, bagging us a goal. Go on then, Baka. That's a great ball in. Bakayoko this time, unselfish to Bonnie. Oh, he pumps it wide. We're going at the half, though, with a couple of chances. We can fight back in this one. But yeah, mate, there. Oh, God, imagine he slides that through. You're not going to get beyond Schlotterbeck, but imagine he slid that through. So, to Bakayoko beautifully. Bakayoko then. Ah, it's poor. Very, very poor. Doji. There to Arieme. Arieme then. It's actually really good lofted ball in, but look at how tall Kanate is. That is insane. He is absolutely massive. Now, let's see what Arieme can do with a finesse. It's not going to beat Kobel. You need a lot to beat him. Oh, Bier's turned us. Vicario called into action in a big way then. Oh, Bonnie's clipped him. This could be very bad for Bonnie. This could be back-to-back Champions League games with a red card. Now, we lose our striker here. I'm hoping it's here. He's got a red. Oh, my God. It couldn't be worse for us. We need a goal, and our striker gets sent off. Well, we'll sub on Velez. We'll bring on Noosa as well, and we're going to bring off Bakayoko and move Arieme to the right. I'm just kind of hoping now that there's going to be a breakaway at some point. We're definitely playing on the counter for the rest of this half. But if we could steal this and get a point, that'd be huge. So inside, Udoji. It's found Noosa. Noosa took too long. It was a really bright idea. A really, really bright idea. Just poorly executed. Arieme. Cross then to Noosa. Noosa. Oh, that's nifty footwork, but Schlotterbeck's going to take some beating. Oh, no. Beer's got through. Maxi. Could probably do with some help here defensively. As Maxi Bier goes through and Vicario saves us. They're going to whip a good corner in here, actually. It's to us. Schlotterbeck. Villa's got there. We actually get the secondary block. What's going to happen now? Krimadeyeme. He's got the footwork, has he? Play it back. And then get played inside. Is he on? Oh, that could have been it. We need a breakaway like that. I'm not sure how far off he is. He's a decent amount. I thought it was going to be blocked. It's all Dortmund, it feels like now. I'm not sure what to do. And that's a huge save. That was a massive save. Oh, actually. Pedro Porro. Oh, actually. Karim Adeyemi against his old club. Adeyemi! Oh, it's the woodwork. It's the woodwork twice for Tottenham Hotspur. Once with Bakayoko. Adeyemi is going to be fine again. This time his touch is too much. I cannot believe it. Well, there might just be one more chance in this game. And I don't know where it's going to come from. I think it's going to come from Velez now. Oh, that was lovely. Velez! Oh, he's saved by Kobel. We have not been able to beat him today, and we have not been able to beat Borussia Dortmund. It's actually very good signs of where we are as a team, how much of a fight that we managed to put up in this game, even when we went a man down. But oh my God, Dortmund were tough to play against, and we just couldn't find the back of the net today. I can't believe Adeyemi hit the post there at the end. Bakayoko also hitting the post at one point, so unlucky. It's straight back to the Champions League after that then, and this time against Marseille. And with Bonny out in this one due to suspension, I was looking to Velez to have a big impact. And oh my God, does this man deliver in this game? He might have been on a goal drought recently, but not in this one. It's a great ball from Son, and Velez makes easy work of putting that in the back of the net from a tough angle. And it didn't take long for us to double our lead. It's a finish this time from Angel Gomez, and I absolutely love the way that this man runs from deep. It's one of the main reasons why I like to have him in the team. And after Marseille went and got themselves a red card and dropped down to 10 men, it would be Velez through with his second of the game, and a very comfortable 3-0 win here against Marseille. After that, it was 12th place Man City. And of course, they had the new boy Isak on the bench. Not starting him for this one. It would be Erling Haaland starting up top for them. And trust, this man is a problem when I play against them. We started the game off very strong though, creating some really good chances. And Velez going close. Reinders going close as well. And then Van der Ven from a corner. We had a really good passage of play here, but it would be the last one that we really had. It was all Man City from that point on. Phil Foden gets slid in, through on goal, and of course makes it 1-0. Phil Foden is an absolute beast on this game, and we really struggled with them. We gave away a lot of golden chances. We made a lot of mistakes. I mean, this one into the second half was absolutely horrendous. Phil Foden has a shot. Vicario spills the ball. He punches it away. It lands straight to Haaland, but luckily Vicario was there in the end. I'm going to be honest with you, but they should have buried this game. It could have been 2-3, 4-0. This could have been an embarrassing result. We didn't really create anything after the goal, to be honest with you. We do lose this one in the end. It is only 1-0 though. It should have definitely been more. It's not going to get any easier for us either, because now we've got this huge game against Liverpool, and this one's going to be another difficult one. We're having mixed bag performances against the big sides, and that's always the case. I feel like that's the one step we've not taken so far, and that's to being, you know, good enough to beat the big sides. We started so well there against Manchester City, and then it just kind of fell off. I'm hoping that this can just be a complete different scenario. We have done well against Liverpool in the past. Hopefully we can do that again. Oh, Gakpo. Inside to Chiesa. What a finish. He's got the Finette Plus, and that's great. 1 goal down already, man. What is with us and these early goals sometimes? Borussia Dortmund was the same, and now it's going to give us plenty of time to climb back into this one, but we hit the woodwork twice in that Borussia Dortmund game. We couldn't get ourselves back into it. See if we can here against Liverpool. Oh, that's great from Bakayoko. Oh, Kim Min-jae, though, stayed with him the entire way. Son. Ooh, Kim Min-jae once again. Oh, what ball over from Trent. What a save from Vicario. That pass was disgusting. Trent Alexander-Arnold having my life there. That was nearly 2-0 Liverpool. Are we at that stage of a season where we do have patches where we hit bad form? Is this exactly what we're seeing right now? The Bakayoko here, piling forward. What can he do? I just got to go with him. I've just got to go with him and hope for the best. This would work again, but that was such a tight angle. He just didn't have the support with him he needed. Pedro. Bakayoko. Ooh, that might be great. Bunny. Oh, we're back in it. It's Bunny again, man. This guy is for real, lads. Honestly, Bakayoko with the assist. Things you'd love to see. Bakayoko is just a... God, he's such a good signing. He's such a good player. If you've not used him in this year's game, go for it. But what a ball that is to Bunny. Touch. Controls with Kim Min-jae behind him, who's a strong old lad like an ox, that man. But Bunny finds the back of the net. Oh, don't concede straight away. Do not concede straight away. Good defending here. Forgot they had Martinelli. One inspired signing, that is Chiesa now. Great block from Pedro Porro. Get that one up to Son. His pace just isn't what it used to be, although they've stood off him. Can get that one into Bunny. Bunny then can slide that across. Can he? No, he can't. He's going to find himself back on it. They made a bit of a mess of that, Liverpool, but they've got away with it. Oh, Son steals it. Son steals it. It's into Bunny. Bunny. Oh, my God. What's he doing? Head it. Just head the ball. Great shot, that. What a save from Vicario. Fingertips to it. I think that was Szoboszlai with the chance. I do. And that is interesting, but we're going to actually get away with this. Now, do I have a body up the pitch? I do. It's Bakayoko, and I'm going to have to play it back. And then Bakayoko is going to run, and this one might just be cut off by Kim Min-jae. I thought I got there to take the tackle, but obviously not. That's a great ball into Chiesa again, and you're just relying on Vicario to pull off these huge saves. Gray. That one up to Bunny. Bunny then into Bakayoko. But that's great defending from Liverpool, you know. They've actually defended so well in this game. Udogie tries to lift it up and over. Bunny's going to get to that. And again, they just crowd him. They're so good at crowding individuals. Ball out there. Bakayoko tries to slide it back in. Bunny couldn't get to it. 1-1. This one's on a little bit of a knife edge at the moment, because I do feel like whoever scores next is probably going to win this game. Oh, there's a great ball in behind again. Cario equal to it. Oh, they've committed. Commit bodies forward. Bakayoko. Bakayoko cuts it back. Then slides it in. Bunny just couldn't get off a shot. Just couldn't get off a shot. It's still bouncing about in there. Liverpool eventually get it clear. Late corner for Liverpool. Not much has happened this second half, let's be honest. It's been a very, very slow second half. But if I can do it, if I can play the pass quicker, play the ball quicker. And that was it. That was our last chance. They might have another, who knows, but this Liverpool game has been extremely tough, and I'm very happy to take a point from this one. And a point will see us drop to 4th. I mean, it's not easy right now in the Premier League when you've got teams like Manchester United with only 1 defeat, Chelsea with only 1 defeat, and guess what, guys? Brighton haven't lost yet. I don't know how. Brighton haven't lost yet. Liverpool are chasing us. They're 3 points behind us now. If we'd have lost that, that would have been way more impactful than the fact that we drew it. And if I'm being honest with you, if we can finish top 4 again this season and get a trophy, I'll be happy. I know I shouldn't be. There should be some progression in the Premier League. But if we finish top 4, just get Champions League football again and go on and win a trophy with this Tottenham side, I'll actually count this year as a success. It's huge news, though, when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. Phil Foden has been announced as the 2026 Ballon d'Or winner. Do not see this one happening in real life in the slightest. But I tell you something, Phil Foden is an absolute beast in this game. He is a nightmare to play against, as you saw in that Manchester City game. So it does not shock me whatsoever. But well done, Phil. We have rotated a little bit then for this game against Leverkusen. Now, someone has said in the past, why don't we do the simulations like this? I don't know why. I just feel like the engine's probably not good, but it does mean we can jump in when needed. God, are we going to concede an early goal? They rattle the crossbar. But it does mean if we do this, we can jump in whenever needed. We can manage the team a little bit better. And now that we're doing these longer, I don't know, like live-ish kind of episodes with the highlight reels, yeah, we'll do a few of the sims like this. This is a good opportunity. Score, 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 score. What a goal from Angel Gomez. Chose him today instead of Madison. Let's go. We take the lead against Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen don't leave it long, though, until Adley scores. Oh, my God. It's only minutes later, and they are right back in this game. This should be a fiery game. If you look at the Leverkusen squad down the left-hand side, it's good. Are we in again? Angel Gomez again. forces a big save. This is giving me flashbacks of Football Manager back when I was a kid playing it like this. This is interesting. I don't know if it's interesting for you. Let me know if this is the way, not the way, but sometimes the way you want us to sim, where we might jump in, we might dip out. You know, we have that option, and I don't want these saves to take forever to complete, but I also want them to be as fun and interactive as possible. At number 11, Bunny. Oh, God. I thought that was going to be a goal. I feel like he took too long to take a shot there. Oh, they've created another chance. Block it off. Well defended. What's been given? Nothing. It's half time. It's 1-1. They're dominating the game in terms of possession, but we're in this, lads. We are fully in this. Let's go and get another goal. Oh, what a shot from Adeyemi. Saved by the goalkeeper. I think they've still got ridiculous. No, they've got Courtois in net now. Scalvini, Courtois. God, man, their team is just absolutely disgusting. But if this game gets a little bit late, we have an opportunity to jump in here and try and win the game. You damn shit. I'm going to do it. I am going to go for it. But right now, I feel like the sim might give us... What are we doing? The sim might give us that opportunity. I'm not really liking... Bonnie. Oh, mate, if he scores... Bonnie is so good. If he scores that, it's the greatest goal in 2D sim we've ever bloody seen. I'm not so sure, though. I like how wide our wingers are in this formation, but it's working. We've been so good this season so far. If it weren't for a few really good sides at the top there of the Premier League, we'd be top. You know, at this stage, we've only lost 2 games. This is a good chance again. Can't slide through Angel Gomez. Right, we're getting to that point where I think I'm going to jump in. I'm just going to see how this plays out. Yeah, I'm going to jump in here. I didn't make any subs. I'm an idiot. Angel Gomez. In there to Bonnie. Ooh, gets absolutely wrecked. Adeyemi now. He's quick. Oh, that's great footwork. Adeyemi still. Give me a boy on. Johnson with the shots blocked. Ah, that was a bit silly. Johnson's footwork weren't the greatest. I should probably queue up some subs. Oh, Brennan Johnson. Go on then, Bonnie. Bonnie! To win it! Bonnie to win it! I absolutely adore this guy, boys. We are seeing a superstar born here at Tottenham Hotspur. What a absolute beast of a player. He's going to score what could be potentially the winner. Why did I say potentially like that? I am just in awe of how good this man is. Should say it was a good ball in from Brennan Johnson as well. What a pass that was. Bakayoko. Again there to Bonnie. Oh, great footwork. Plays it to Mads. Oh, I can't get that across. Adley late on. Vicario with a huge save. And it means we are going to win this one against Bayer Leverkusen 2-1. What a hard-fought victory here in Germany in the Champions League. We look to keep this form going as we played against Fulham next. Bonnie with another goal. Can you believe how good Bonnie is? It's a brace. It's a brace for Bonnie, boys. In the 4th minute, he scores. Maddison scores then. And then it's Bonnie again in the 88th to make this one sealed. It's really hard to put into words how good Bonnie has actually been this season. With 10 goals and 3 assists, 13 goal contributions, Bonnie has been absolutely unbelievable. He's only got 12 appearances. Some of them are off the bench. This guy, God, this guy really is the future of our strike force. I truly believe it. I've not had a player, minus Son, go on a run like Bonnie has. He has been a game changer this year. Quite easy to see when you look at the goals and the assists and whatnot, that we are just more fluid this year, but we actually have an out-and-out goal scorer, and we've not had that since we took over at Tottenham. We have it now. Bournemouth next in the Premier League then. Another sim and another big victory. Karim Adeyemi bagging what? 2? Yes, 2. And guess who else bagged 2? Bonnie with another brace. We are on fire. I believe that result will definitely help us climb the table. We had a bit of a rough run. We've got AC Milan coming up next in the Champions League. And we're 4th in the Champions League as things stand right now. But that's not what I want. I want a Premier League. Where the hell are we in the Premier League? 2nd place in the league. 4 points behind Manchester United, who have now finally started to lose a few games. Brighton still unbeaten, yet 6 wins, 6 draws. Absolutely insane. Let's see who's down at the bottom of the table here at this current moment in time. Ipswich, Crystal Palace. and Fulham all in the relegation drop zone. But Everton, Leicester, Southampton, West Ham, Bournemouth, wow, it's close. Even Arsenal, lads, Arsenal are down in 12. AC Milan up next then, and I'm going to play the highlights. I haven't played the highlights in a long-ass time, so I'm going to play them to see if they've changed, if they've improved, if they're any good, because this is another method we could use to speed up games. So I'm going to give them a go. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I didn't like the depth of highlights you used to get in the past. I think, if anything, I'd prefer to do the other sim. I quite liked that other sim against Bayer Leverkusen. But I am open in this episode to be trying stuff. So let's give this a go. Let's see what happens when we play the highlights. Let's see what kind of highlights we're going to get. And if we're happy with the amount of highlights we get, but the actual highlights that we do get. There were also way too many penalties in the highlights in the past. I'm hoping that's not a thing. Is Akanji playing up top for them? Can I see this? I can't. That looked like Akanji was playing up top for them. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but first highlight is going to be for us. And it's not going to be an easy highlight, but it is going to be Karim Adeyemi with great footwork. Trying to slide it into Gomez. Gomez gets it down, shot, pulls it wide. Oh, now we're going to have a solo run for Milan. And I mean, that's a bit harsh. Morata couldn't close him down fully, but Vicario can save it. And the counter-attack thing is still in. You can still do the counter-attack. Let's see if we can get a good one. Anderson, Bakayoko. Get that one in. Angel Gomez. What's Karim? Oh, imagine we find him. We're still going to get these free kicks as well, even though I'm absolutely awful at them. So just lift it up and get it to nobody. And then do we get the second ball? We do. Let's see if I can do out with this. I did absolutely nothing with the counter-attack we had earlier. I'm going to do absolutely nothing with that one as well. Every Spurs attack I've had so far started from my own half. Bakayoko. Back in. Oh, just Akanji cut it out. If I just find that last ball. We're going to get another opportunity, though. We've had quite a few. It's been quite nice how many opportunities we seem to be getting. That's not a crossing opportunity, though. That's what they said. That's what they called this. A crossing opportunity. And I just can't find the ball to body in this game. There's something wrong with me. We've ended up with a counter-attack. Reinder's trying to play a ball over to Bakayoko. Where's my solo run? I've not had a solo run yet. I'm going to get that one in with Bakayoko. Takes a touch and actually plays a brilliant ball in to Karim Adeyemi, who slots it home. Oh, it's just wide. So close. Now, I will say there's actually been quite a few highlights, so that's quite good. And it feels like there's more than there were. I didn't really get too many great ones in terms of, I feel like you rush when you're using the highlights, but I'll take that. It's 0-0 against Milan. It's a good result. They're a very difficult tie. Will we use the highlights again? I'm not so sure. I think I preferred the sim. Now, as we enter December, I think that's where we're going to leave it. I think my plan, unless something crazy happens, is 4 episodes a season. Let me know if you want these longer, what format you think we should do. But I think 4 episodes a season, and I'll do December and January in the next episode. So get your suggestions in for January, what you think we should do. As things stand right now, things are going very, very well, but we do have 2 extremely busy months coming up. We're 2nd in the league. I think we're like 6th in the Champions League, so at this stage, we don't have to play that extra round, which is absolutely huge for us. Adeyemi starting to play better. I will admit, Son hasn't been very good recently, but we're seeing a star in Bonnie really take center stage. Oh, man, I'm so excited to see how that continues. Let me know what you think about our transfer expectations, though, for the January transfer window. I'm thinking maybe just 1 signing. I'm thinking no signings right now. I love this squad. No signings, just fly all the way through and get as far as we can in the next episode. Who knows? This one should be a long one. We're trying new stuff. We're doing new stuff. So I'd appreciate it if you smash the like button. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you for the next one.